Hey there everybody, how's it going? Tim Eistrick here, and welcome back to Bixton in City Skylines 2. This episode is going to be all about transportation because, as you can see, we're dealing with a little bit of a traffic pileup right now, and this is a chronic issue that the city of Bixton has been having ever since I really started to expand over here in Quincy Harbor. So as you can see, we have a huge traffic jam along this highway, and it stretches all the way to like this big interchange over here. So this is pretty terrible. I thought this was going to be temporary. I thought it was just going to take place during the expansion of Quincy Harbor, but I've pretty much left the game running for a few hours now just to get over winter. So as you can see, we're just in the beginning of June now, and the traffic is still there. So that means that there is a serious problem. And the problem seems to be right over here in this particular stretch of road because people just don't know how to merge. The AI is, I don't think it's quite there yet. And the way they merge is just not very good. Like, look, this, okay, well, that's a maintenance truck. That's not a good example, but yeah, if I were to like just keep the camera here for a while, we'd see all kinds of mayhem going on. You know, people queue cutting and stopping on the highway like over here, right? So I think it's just because of that the highway is getting all clogged up. But nevertheless, this episode, I'm going to revamp this entire stretch of highway because regardless, I think 2 lanes is just not enough, right? If I check my traffic volumes here, you can see that Quincy Harbor pretty much has the worst traffic in the entire map. Like, even like downtown Bixton isn't that bad. Maybe there's a few red intersections here and there. And over here in Auburn, it's not too bad. But then look at over here in Quincy Harbor, and like the whole downtown is red, right? So we're gonna have to fix that this episode, and hopefully we'll be able to resolve all of these traffic backups. Over here too is kind of a pain point. This one isn't too bad, but as you can see, there's constantly a lineup of cars just waiting to turn left here. I really think this stretch of highway that I'm highlighting right now is really the problem. We just have so much traffic coming in and out of Quincy Harbor and going back into Bixton. So what I'm gonna start by doing here is doubling up these off ramps and on ramps here. So this should be pretty straightforward, I hope. Actually, if I just convert this into a 2-lane, how is that? Yeah, that's actually quite nice. There's a little bit of a texture glitch here, but I'm not too worried about that. So then, oh, it looks like I'm gonna have to change this exit up a little bit. So I'm gonna pause the game, and I'm just gonna get rid of these stretches of road and convert this entire stretch of highway into a 2-lane. So there, that hopefully fixes it. And then let's try to do the same over here, although I'm not sure how this is gonna work because this is quite a sharp turn. Yeah, that's not even gonna work. All right, well, no big deal. What I'll do is just remove all of this, and we'll just rebuild it from scratch. So I'll just try to make this as smooth as I can possibly get it. Uh-oh. Am I not able to get this bridge to work? Maybe if we modify the terrain a little bit. So I'll flatten this out, just like so, and then... Oh, okay, the terrain on this end wasn't even the same height, so here, let's smooth this out. There. And can I build a bridge now? Yes. Wonderful. And then what I'll do is I'm going to convert this into a 2-lane as well. I guess I'll do it from this point on. Wow, okay, that actually worked out quite well. There's a little bit of texture glitching again, but as long as the road still works, I'm not too fussy. And uh-oh, probably gonna have to redo this bridge. The 2-lane doesn't fit quite right. I might actually just redo this whole stretch. There, so let's bring this stretch of road in like this, and then over like this. And I just like to check the bridge, make sure there's no like, I just want to make sure there's no like retaining walls or anything weird clipping inside of the highways. That sometimes happens with highways. So you just got to be careful of that. And then we'll merge everything back together as smoothly as we can. There, that's not too bad. So I'm gonna hit play and let's see how this performs. I'm sure this is gonna help traffic at least a little bit. Or at least, you know, bring the traffic to a new location. Right? Because everything is just, there's gonna be a bottleneck somewhere, right? And you know what? I might actually just convert this whole stretch of road into a 3-lane. Because this is like a main artery for the entire city. So I think it's time that we just upgrade it. You know, this is like I-95 right through downtown, right through New York, basically, right? So we need more than 2 lanes. Just 1 more lane, bro. Wow, that's actually cool, guys. Imagine if highways were constantly this busy, except they would like flow well. Like, wouldn't that be cool? It would be so immersive. Like, this is rush hour right here. Oh, everything's just grinded to a halt. I noticed the game is starting to really slow down as I approach. Oh my God, I'm over 100,000 people. I didn't even notice. Holy crap, guys. Well, yeah, so I noticed ever since I've been near 100,000, the game speed has really slowed down. Oh yeah, I should probably fix this little segment. Here, I'm gonna pause the game as I destroy this bridge. And I'll rebuild this bridge. Boop. There. That should solve a problem. Yeah, what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. I got sidetracked again. Anyways. I'm sure it wasn't too important. There, let's just move that over just a little bit. There, well, let's test that. Let's see if this improves the traffic. It already looks like it did. Look, the traffic used to be backed up all the way to this interchange, and it's like slowly being flushed out. So I think that's good. I think that should do it for now. So as far as road upgrades, that's really what I wanted to do this episode. But let's maybe, if I take a look at my traffic info view for the rest of the city, let's just see if there's any other pain points that we need to address. Overall, I think the highways are functioning pretty well. Like, there's barely any traffic over here in Auburn. Even like coming into Bixton over here by the airport. Basically no traffic at all. Even like in downtown Bixton, there's like barely any traffic, despite what the info view says. Like, everything is orange and a little bit of red. But yeah, it's really not that bad. Oh, what happened here? There should be a bridge here. Did it get deleted for some reason? Or was there maybe like a game patch that decided that this bridge was now impossible? Yeah, because I think I used to be able to make a bridge here, no problem. Well, not anymore, I guess. Okay, well, how am I going to fix this now? Because this was a pretty vital bridge. Here, maybe if I do a little something like this, and then this, and then this. There. Well, it's not beautiful, but it works. Actually, you know what? I think I can fix it. Because I just went right up to 10 meters. Let's see here. If I can maybe just go from maybe at like 7.5 meters. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. And back down to 0. Just like that. And that is like 20 times better. Perfect. So we restored this bridge. And yeah, okay, so the highway looks fantastic overall. Look at that. All the traffic's being flushed out. Seems to be performing quite well. We don't have any more bottlenecks over here anymore. What about like over here near downtown? I think this was a problem. Yeah, so you can see now the traffic is queuing up coming into downtown Quincy Harbor. So I think I'm going to work a little bit in here now. I've been wanting to do this for a little while now, ever since downtown was pretty much complete. I want to add a bus system to Quincy Harbor. And I want it to be a completely independent system from the rest of the map. But both systems will eventually intersect. So really the next big project I want to get into is starting to expand over here. So I'm thinking that somewhere in this region we can have a major bus hub where like the Bixton... Oh my god. Oh my god, we got a tornado. This is the first one I've ever seen on this map. Which way is it going? It's like not moving. So as long as it stays in the water, I'm okay. All right, well, let's just let it do its thing, and hopefully it doesn't bother us. But yeah, as I was saying, I think in this region there's going to be a major bus hub between the Quincy Harbor independent system and then the rest of Auburn and Bixton, which kind of share the same bus network. So without further ado, let's jump into that. So the first thing I'm gonna have to do is to plop down a bus depot, and I think the best location for this would be in this little office/industrial park I have built over here. So I'm gonna plop down a bus depot. Let's just check here. I want to make sure. Okay, so we have access to 25 buses, and then by plopping an extra garage, we can get 35 buses in total. I don't even think we'll need that. Electric buses. Actually, you know what? I'm doing electric buses. Yeah, Quincy Harbor is a high-tech town. We're doing electric buses. How about that? So now, I don't think there'll be a bus station in the town yet. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. So let's start plopping down some bus shelters. And I think there's no better place to start than in the downtown area. Actually, you know what? I'm just realizing, I think, yes, there is a transit terminal for the harbor. So now we can use this as our little bus hub here in downtown. That is fantastic. All right, so let's get our routes planned. So I think I'm gonna basically try to service the areas that are not serviced by the tram system. That's where our buses are gonna go. So let's start off here in downtown. And ironically, I know I just said that, but my very first bus stop is going to be right here by this main tram stop. And this is just because it'll allow for some easy transfers, right? So you still want some bus stops to intersect our other types of public transportation, right? Makes sense. So then we'll maybe have like another transfer station over. Actually, no, I think... Okay, I think for this specific bus route, I'm simply going to build a loop around the downtown peninsula. Now, I know it's a loop, and I know loops are not the most efficient way of going about buses, but in this case, it's a very short route, basically just looping around the downtown peninsula. So if you miss your bus, this won't be a big deal because the next one will be just around the corner. So let's do this. And then loop around in this direction. Oh, actually, I want it to go around this corner just to prevent zigzagging. And a few stops in and around downtown. And, oh, this is a one-way. I gotta be careful here. Well, okay, so I'm gonna complete this route. Oh, it's not a one-way. Oh, it's just the tram that's a one-way. Okay. I'm good. There, so we got our first route. And let me just check my overviews here. You know what would be really cool and useful? If I could add something to my wish list, it would be a way to organize bus lines. To like put them in folders or something like that. That would be like a huge help. All right, so let's just go in our line overview here. 3 out of 6 buses. I think I'm gonna up this to 4. And I am going to select electric buses for this line. There. So let's continue on. The next route will take us from downtown again. And I think at this time... Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Guys, what do we do? Oh, well, nothing apparently, because there goes the tornado. Oh my god, what is flying through the air? Sticks and branches. All kinds of projectiles. Well, it looks like it hasn't damaged anything at all. The city looks to be in perfect condition. Wow, okay, that's crazy. Well, I guess we'll continue on then. So where was I? So I think the next bus route is going to take us from downtown and go west in this direction. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. So let's start off at... Oh, wait a minute, I'm not doing lines, I'm doing stops. So we'll do the first stop right out of downtown. So like right here. And then we'll make a left. And then come down here. I'm going to add a stop right here in front of the train station. And then we'll basically just continue our way over to this part of town. Following this main road. And I might as well just loop it around in this direction. Because there's eventually going to be like houses and stuff around here, so... Actually, no, I don't really want to make the loop that big. I'm going to loop it around like this. And then the line is simply going to loop back in on itself. And then we'll make our way back to the station. All right, so... where was it? Over here. And then right by the train station. So this is kind of like a hub as well, because we got trams coming in here, we got trains and buses. It's too bad we couldn't like interconnect everything within this building, but that's okay. And we got the subway as well coming in from Bixton, so that's it's a pretty cool hub, I guess. Oh, what do we have here? Why is it doing that? Don't do that. Go through here and then... There. Oh crap, I added the bus stop on the wrong side of the road. Okay, well I'm gonna ignore that for now because I'm like halfway done this line. So I'll just go and fix it after we're done. So we'll start off with this, and then go here, and then go here, and then go here, then here, and then finally back at our main station. Bam! All right, so let me go fix my station over here. I will simply move it to the other side of the road, and then add a stop if I can. Oh, yep. Oh, did that work? Did that work? I don't know. Is it working, guys? Oh, no, it didn't work. There. All right, there. I think, like, that's another thing, too. Ever since I've reached, like, 80,000 people, when you're building any type of transportation, or public transportation, rather, like, adding the lines is kind of clunky, a little slow. Don't know why that is, but it is what it is. There. All right. So for my third line, I think what I'll do is, again, start from this main hub here, and then we're going to work our way over to this little downtown over here. So this, again, is part of Quincy Harbor, this little mini downtown over here, but it's maybe there were like two separate towns, and then a long time ago, both were just amalgamated into one town, but there's still like a little mini downtown here. So let's bring a station. I'm just trying to think this through. I don't want to like intersect. I don't want it to follow like the exact route of the tram line. So maybe what I'll do is bring the line out in this direction, and then we can loop back in. I'll add a bus stop among these tram stops here, and then we can make our way up this way. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll have another bus stop here. I'll add one in behind the school. And then this squiggly road here, this is kind of like Main Street of the whole town because it goes like from one end to the other. So I'm gonna add a whole bunch of bus stops along this road where it'll eventually turn around somewhere in this office park. So it'll come around like this and then loop back on itself. And then we'll make our way back to downtown. So this is going to be a much longer route. Probably going to see a lot more usage out of this route, I would imagine, as well. Oh, you know what? I should have maybe added these stations a bit closer because then it would allow for easy transfers. Maybe I'll move them. I'm actually really surprised by how well and easy it is to move bus stations or any type of station really in City Skylines 2, because in City Skylines 1, it had a tendency to just break your whole network and it just didn't really work that well. So I'm happy to see that that's been fixed in Cities 2. Wow, this is a long line. I wonder if I shouldn't have made this like two separate lines. But it's not too bad, to be honest. Oh, got some zigzagging. Hang on. I'm going to add a junction over here. A waypoint. Well, I guess not. Add a waypoint. Okay, you got to let it load for a second. There. And bloop. There we go. Yeah, so that is a very long line, but it's okay. Because at least now we have pretty much the whole town covered. Now let me just go over my line overview again. I'm going to change some of these lines to different colors. So we'll do like a purple. And then for this last line, let's do green. And then I think for every line, yeah, we got to change them to electric buses. And, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta add... Okay, so this line has 10 buses. I'm okay with that. I just got to make sure that I have enough buses at the depot. And let me just see here. What line is this? What the heck? What line is this? Where does this go? Is this the airport line? How many stops? There's only one stop? Is this literally just a loop? Yeah, this is just a loop, guys. What happened here? Okay, well, let's delete that line. Which one was it? 887 meters. Yes. Okay. That was a glitch in the system, we'll say. Bus line. How many bus lines do we have? Do we have 3 or 4? I forget now. Here, let me just track this one down. Okay, so this one's way over in Auburn. So we got 3 lines, it appears. We got the red line, we got the green line, and we got the pink line. Okay, so we got 3 lines. Perfect. I think that's really all we need for now. And let's check. I know it's still kind of early on. We got to allow it some time. Allow some time for the bus network to really start functioning. But if we take a look, traffic is still pretty horrendous. But I'll be sure to check over the next little bit to make sure that traffic is improving. And holy crap, guys. Yeah, this is kind of a problem, isn't it? Look, oh my God, we got gridlock going on over here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I could remove... Maybe that was just a fluke, but maybe if I can remove a couple of these crosswalks. Well, not really. I can't really do that because people need a way to get across. Here, maybe if I add like a pedestrian bridge at least to this one. So let's bring this way up to 10 meters. Oh, apparently that's not going to fit. Okay, how low can I go? 5 meters? Nope. 7.25. I can go to 7.25. How long of a stretch do I need to go from 0 to 7.25? Pretty long, yeah. Longer than... Okay, well, scratch that. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with the traffic here. You know what? It's realism, right? Traffic is horrendous all over the world. Why can't it be in the Bixton area? You know, same thing with the traffic. Maybe I shouldn't have fixed the traffic, guys. It's just realistic, isn't it? Like, look, the roads are just bare now. Barely any traffic at all. But weirdly enough, my traffic metrics are still, like, really bad. Wow. Yeah, we got some traffic over here, too. It is pretty cool to see, though. I love seeing, like, a lot of cars driving along the road. It's really cool. And yeah, we got also... Oh, this is an accident. Holy, another major car pileup. People have flown off the side of the road here. Upside down. Taxis involved. This is surely going to be in the event journal. Car accident, car accident. Oh, we got 1 casualty. 552 though, that was probably another accident. Not good. Okay, so heading back into Quincy Harbor now, there's a number of little things that I would like to address. The first of which is I totally forgot to connect my shipping routes and passenger routes to these harbors here. Now, you guys have probably been screaming at your monitors during this whole video, so I apologize for that if so. But you won't have to wait much longer. So I'm going to start off with the passenger line, and I'm simply going to run a passenger service from Quincy Harbor to downtown Bixton, and I'm actually just looking at this now thinking might as well add an extra pier so then we don't have multiple ships trying to get into the same port. And I'm only going to add one here in Quincy Harbor because it's just a small town and there's only going to be like 1 boat coming in and out. So let's add a ferry service just like this. And then we'll loop it back, and there we go. Now I can't forget to do the same thing over here for our shipping routes. So I'm going to start a new shipping route from over here. I'm going to add a waypoint on the outside of the map. And then bring it back home. Oops. Over here. And it looks like I have another shipping route here that I could access, but I think I'm just okay with the one. You know, there's already enough congestion over here. I don't want to make it much worse, so I'll just leave it like it is. I have this land here. There. Let's turn that into industry. There. Why did I never add any industry here? It's like perfect for it. Maybe a couple of offices as well. There. That's better. And there we go. We can finally start getting some trade going on over here. Did I actually make some routes coming to and from this cargo terminal? No, I didn't even do that either. Oh my god, guys. Cargo service. Let's add a rail service from this corner of the map back over here. There. All right, so there we have it. I don't know if it's worth like connecting a lot of these cargo train terminals. Like if I was to connect this one over to this one here somewhere in Auburn, I don't know if that's worth it. But I think it's fine just like this. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you guys know. You know what, guys? Back on the topic of roads, I can't forget to put a road maintenance building over here in Quincy Harbor. I don't necessarily need one, but I think it's better if I do. Just because, right? More is always better. I can obviously afford it. So yeah, that's not a problem. I'm always wondering, guys, is this a bug? Like, should I be making this much money? Like, my citizens are over the moon. Everything's going really well, and I don't feel like there's much challenge to the game right now. I'm pretty much just playing the game in an artist kind of fashion. Like, I'm just playing the game, not really worrying too much about my finances at all or anything like that. I mean, I'm still having a ton of fun, but I'm not really challenged as much as I was a number of episodes ago, like early on in the season. All right, guys, another problem that's come to my attention is I think there's just too much going on here at the train station. Like, look at this. It's just mayhem. Like, nothing is moving. Total gridlock. I think we could maybe benefit from one more subway station a bit farther up the line. So this is the terminus of this subway line. I think if I add maybe one more station right in the middle of downtown, like right over here, I think that should help us. Because now passengers don't have to get off here, they can get off over here. And then this is kind of like a mini hub too, because we got buses coming in here and we got the trams as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna extend this line from here. Oh shoot, oh my god, guys. I gotta build the tunnel, duh. There, let's go to negative 20 meters. I think that should do, yep, oops. And then let's connect this up. Just like so. And then I think this will work. I just drag this line like this. Yeah, sure, might as well. I'll get it to stop at both locations like this. I don't think it's a good thing that they're crossing like this. Can I fix it? Actually, hang on, I'll remove this one. Transfer this one to this side. And then drag this line to here. Is that working? Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Look, they're not crossing anymore. Perfect. There, so I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna give this a little bit of time. We'll see how it functions, see if it clears up maybe a little bit of passengers out of here. Because as you can see, 215 passengers waiting. So this was up to like 500 just a minute ago. So a train must have just left. But yeah, our usage numbers are definitely like super high over here. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode, and honestly, I would call this episode a major success. Like, look at the traffic volumes coming through here now, and it seems to be functioning just fine. Maybe there's a little bit of slowdowns here, but I mean, that's not the fault of the road. That's the fault of these crazy drivers that don't know how to drive. But yeah, it's cool to see a lot of traffic flowing through here, and it looks like we're right in the middle of a rush hour as well. It's 9 a.m., 9:40 a.m., which is kind of probably on the tail end of most rush hours. But let's check our traffic info views here, and I'm kind of curious how much traffic is actually running through this road. What is this? The Linden Highway. So we have, okay, wow, like 500 drivers, 500 vehicles an hour at its peak, and then it goes down to like 400 late in the day. So right now we're hovering like somewhere around here, so we're not quite at the peak, but I mean, we're still seeing some pretty huge traffic volumes. Traffic flow is at about 60%, which is probably not fantastic, but I mean, it's working, right? People are getting to where they want to go, and the condition is fine for now. I think 82 out of 100%, 82 100%. Is that what that means? Anyway, whatever it is, I mean, the road maintenance crews are gonna improve it now that we have another station close by. There. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode, guys. So yeah, as usual, I thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to leave any comments down below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well to get notified of future uploads. And with that, take care, guys. See you in the next episode.